When you're new to spec tennis, or maybe you're introducing other people to spec tennis, here are some tips that are going to help you be really successful. The first one is start off with a red ball. It's a little bit bigger and slower than the standard orange spec tennis ball. And now we're going to show you some activities on the court that are going to help you get to a rallying level and have control of the ball really quickly. So this first one is called graduation. The idea is that we have to make a set number of shots back and forth to each other in a row before we graduate to the next level and move further apart from each other. And so this really places an emphasis on controlling the ball to a target. Notice I've set up a spot that I want to stand, and I've done this on purpose so that I can play balls from my right side. So if I'm right-handed, I'm playing forehands. Notice also that I'm using two hands on the racket. I could do one, but I find that players with two hands often develop really good habits right away. And notice that both of our rackets are open. They're facing the sky when we're hitting, so it's very easy for us to make that ball go up softly to our opponent back and forth, right? What you'll find is when players start off and they start hitting the ball like this, there is no chance of us having a rally from this distance, especially when we're new players. So let's say we've decided that we need to get 8 in a row before we graduate to the next spot. I like to do an underhand toss to start every rally early on. And so now we have to make 8 in a row, bounce in front of the other person in order to graduate. And if we do that, we can catch the ball and we move back to the second level. So now we're increasing our distance a little bit. Same thing again, we try to get 8 in a row. And another thing that we can do is we can create court targets for the other person. So let's say that he's struggling to put the ball in a spot that's easy for me to get. I'm going to give him a target right here. He can do the same thing by moving one of his circles this way so that I have a clear spot that I'm trying to aim for every time. What a lot of people don't realize is when you are hitting to each other, you want to make the ball bounce a few feet in front of that person to give them a nice, comfortable shot, right? If you make the ball bounce right at their feet, they're probably going to miss the next ball. And so just having a target on the court can help solve this right away. So let's say we got 8 in a row, we can move back again. I'll show you another example of graduation. We could do it from left side only. When I'm first starting out playing, the less variables that I can have, the better. And so doing something like isolating one side, only having to worry about hitting balls from the left side can help me really up my success rate. And so again, we could do graduation here. Once we get 8, moving back to the next level. Now I can definitely come off of my marker to get the ball because nobody's perfect. He's not gonna be able to give me the perfect ball every time. But this is just the waiting position I want to be in. Notice I'm already standing sideways as well, so I'm simplifying it. As I get better, I can start from a ready position and then practice turning as I identify that ball coming to me. If we want to work both forehands and backhands, so hitting from our left and our right side, we could set it up something like this. So this is a little bit harder version. We have to react to whichever side the ball comes. But same thing again, we're trying to get that 8 shot in a row rally before we graduate back. So the most important thing for new people to have fun is that you get them that feeling of rallying, because that's what the real essence of tennis and spec tennis is. The fun of it is hitting the ball back and forth to a partner. If I come out on the court and I hit one ball, my partner misses, he hits one ball, I miss, that's not that fun of an experience. And this is the best way to get them that experience. And it's very rare to find somebody that can't do this if they use these tips that I am providing by having the paddle open and really just doing a very small swing into the bottom part of the ball. Now, the final tip I'll show you today is called a bump, and you can use this in the graduation game, but this is also going to be helpful when you start playing at a faster pace as a new player. So bump means essentially you're hitting the ball to yourself once, letting it bounce before you hit it back over the net. So it might take a little while to figure out what angle of the racket you need to hit a good bump. Like sometimes it might go backwards, sometimes it might go too far forward. So you just have to find that happy medium. But essentially what this does is this allows you to extend the rally. And so let's say my partner starts hitting faster at me. Maybe we're at level 3 in graduation, or maybe we're even at the service line. I can slow that down now by bumping it to myself before I hit it back over. So it really ups my success rate and reduces the stress when I'm a new player of having to react and hit back right away. And so this is how you can match a more advanced player with a more beginning player, is allow the beginning player to bump the ball even multiple times. So I could bump it as many times as I want until I'm ready to hit it back over. And so again, our rallies are less likely to end because I'm slowing it down, giving myself time and space to hit back over the net.